The most detailed creation myth comes from the Apocryphon of John, a text found in the Nag Hammadi Library, discovered in 1945. This text provides an alternative Genesis narrative, completely reinterpreting the roles of God, the serpent Adam, and Eve. There was a boundless eternal source, the invisible Spirit, the true God. He existed before all things, dwelling in silence and pure light, beyond human comprehension. He was not a God of judgment nor of wrath, but of perfect thought, perfect love, and perfect knowledge. From him emanated the first power, Barbelo, the great mother, the first thought. She was the reflection of the true God, the womb of all creation. From her came divine beings, realms of light, and a multitude of perfect eternal spirits. In this realm there was no pain, no suffering, and no division. Things exist in unity as part of the eternal pleroma, the fullness. But among these emanations, a flaw arose. One of the divine beings, Sophia, wisdom, desired to create something of her own, without the consent of the true source. In secret, she gave birth to a being, but because he was created imperfectly, without divine harmony, he was twisted, incomplete. His form was monstrous, his power great but wild. His name was Yaldabaoth. Some texts also call him Saklas, meaning the fool, or Samael, meaning the blind god. Seeing his own strength, Yaldabaoth did not recognize his mother. He did not know he was born from a greater power. He declared himself the only God, believing he alone had the power of creation. He gathered lesser beings, the archons, and fashioned a false heaven, a false world, a copy of the divine realms, but without its light, a realm of illusion and matter. He set himself upon a throne and proclaimed, "I am God, and there is no other." But he was blind, for he did not know the truth. Yaldabaoth and his archons wanted to create servants. From the dust of his false world, he shaped the first man, Adam, but the body was lifeless. He could not animate it. The archons could not create a true soul. Wanting to keep Adam imprisoned, the archons placed him in a garden, Eden. They surrounded him with pleasures and distractions, so he would never seek the divine knowledge within himself. They forbade him from eating from the tree of knowledge, for they knew that if he understood his true power, he would no longer serve them. But Sophia, still watching over her creation, sent a messenger, the serpent. The serpent was not a deceiver, not an enemy of humanity, but a guide, a liberator. He whispered to Eve, "Eat from the tree and your eyes will be opened. You will not die. You will become like the gods."
Eve ate, and her eyes were opened. She gave the fruit to Adam, and he saw the world as it truly was, a prison, not a paradise, but a deception built to keep them blind to their own divinity. Yaldabaoth, enraged, cursed them. "You will toil, you will suffer, you will die," and he cast them out. But the true God did not abandon them, for within them remained a spark, a light from the pleroma, hidden but never lost. Sophia, in sorrow, cried out, and in answer, a fragment of the divine light was sent into Adam, giving him life. And in that moment, Adam became greater than Yaldabaoth, for within him burned something the false god could not control. The archons saw this and acted. They cast Adam into forgetfulness, drowning him in ignorance, so he would never remember what he was. And so, Yaldabaoth and his archons ruled the material world, shaping religions, laws, and systems of control, not to save humanity, but to keep it from ever seeking the truth. If you bring forth what is within you, what you have will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. But truth is not so easily buried. The divine spark, once awakened, cannot be extinguished. And there were always those who remembered, those who carried the secret knowledge, the gnosis, that the world was a lie, and that the light within them was eternal. The true God did not send prophets of law and obedience. He sent teachers, messengers to awaken those who were ready. And the greatest of them was Jesus, not sent by Yaldabaoth, not here to demand worship, but to reveal the prison, to remind humanity that the kingdom of God was never in temples or heavens, but within. This is the Genesis you were never meant to hear. A story where the God of the Bible is not the creator, but the deceiver. A story where the serpent is not the enemy, but the liberator. A story where humanity was never fallen, only imprisoned. And so, the Gnostic texts were outlawed, their followers persecuted. The Jesus of the Gnostics, the teacher, the rebel, the bringer of wisdom, was erased. In his place, they built a new Jesus, one who obeyed, one who suffered, one who taught people to submit to the same God who had once forbidden knowledge. The message was inverted. The liberator became the sacrifice. The prison became the kingdom. And the true divine spark, the one that could never be controlled, was buried beneath doctrine, fear, and obedience. But truth is not so easily erased. The old stories still linger in whispers, in lost texts, in symbols carved into the sky. Ophiuchus still stands, holding the serpent, a forgotten sign for a forgotten truth, waiting for those who are ready to see.
نسيت الاسم نسيت الحال نسيت الغمام ونسيت الريح في عيون الريم نسيها ما ننساهاش نحيا ما ننساها بابا ما ننساهاش نحيلم وما ننساش الناس نسيت الأذوان نسيت النور قبلي ونسيت ريختي حني وصوت الماء نسيناها ما ننساهاش نحيا ما ننساها بابا ما ننساهاش نحيلم وما ننساش الناس بس شوف السراب بعيون الليل بيقول سداد لا تنسونا ذكركم وجي الهوى ما ننساهاش نحيا ما ننساها غابة ما ننساهاش نحيا